But
Damn,
facts would
I feel
say
like
that there
you're
might be a Shady Records curse. Because what's the last artist that put out an album on Shady Records?
Boogie.
Was it Boogie?
I think.
Or was Easy Mill the last one?
Did he actually put out an album, or was that just a compilation technically?
I
'Cause
I
I feel like a
mean,
lot of those songs that he put out on that little thing were songs that were already out. They just now were under the Shady fucking like.
the duality redux.
Yeah, it's even called Redux.
Wait.
That means it's like
Yeah. So then, what was Boogie's superheroes album? More black superheroes. When did that come out?
so
22, but the
according.
I mean, he kind of broke the curse because he's released two albums on Shady Records.
So I guess it depends on how you want to look at it. Okay, so the very last album put out on Shady Records, technically, The Death of Slim
Well, I
Shady.
mean, that's a given. I mean, yeah.
Are we but that's where I'm like, are we counting Eminem?
Other artists on Shady Records.
So then I guess yes, Easy Mill with the Redux, but that's where I would say that's technically an album that had already been out. This
Yeah.
is just the deluxe in a way.
Okay,
So then other than
so
that, it would be West Side Boogie, More
how many
Black
years ago?
Superheroes,
Two?
2022.
Yeah.
So it's been 3 years.
See, and I've seen posts where Boogie expresses that he's not happy with how Shady's handling it, but he also has writing credits on Kendrick Lamar's album. So I mean, it's not like he's not doing bad.
Well, that and I don't know, no offense to Boogie, but maybe they just have a higher quality of like that's not ready to be put out yet.
Yeah.
It's not that's not More Black Superheroes quality yet. That's not what was his first fucking album?
Uh, Everything's for sale.
That's not Everything's for Sale quality yet. Like
Yeah.
once you get it up to like that, we release.
I will
But right
say
now it just
everything's
sounds
not for
like
sale is a banger of a debut. It's
banger.
a
It's a
banger of a debut
banger.
album. More Black Superheroes. I think I've listened to it.
It was pretty good. I'm also like the type where like I don't know, I hate to
But then
say it, but sometimes their newer stuff doesn't capture me as good as like what I found them with. Like Russ, he hasn't captured me with a song since I first like found him. But I still fuck with Russ.
it's like Grip. You remember that Grip? He was signed to Shady Records.
What happened to him?
Well, I mean, he
He
was so on the
he
Death of
don't
Slim Shady. Him and Boogie are on the bone or the remix of that one song.
Yeah, but as an artist, do you only want to be put on as a feature of an album, or do you want to eventually
Yeah,
put your own shit out and have your own fucking like? As far as I know, he only had that mix, or was it a mixtape or was it an album technically? He did, I guess, put out a
it was
something.
an album. What was it called though?
I died for this.
I died for this. That's what it was called. I was trying to figure out what it was called. But uh,
And well, he's put out two mixtapes since that, I guess.
but when you're on Shady Records, you need to be releasing mixtapes, or is it like
But that's what I'm saying. The Grip might be doing so much work that it's like, oh, I could take 5 years to put out another album because I'm gonna just do a couple mixtapes with the not like
yeah, I
banger.
mean,
You know what
just
I
the
mean? Like,
feature alone on the song that he's on probably
so
sets
that's
him
where I'm kind
off
of like,
well.
you kind of you got to deal with what you're given in a way. So like, as much as yeah, maybe you have to like wait a few extra years to put out that album. You're still free to put out singles maybe or a mixtape. But is West Side Boogie wanting to do that, or is he only wanting to put out his next album? It's kind of what's his I get, you know what I mean? What's his motivation? What's his ambition? What's his drive? Is he only looking to do albums? So it's like, yeah, I only want to release an album every 2 years. And Shady's like, well, we can't market an album every 2 years.
Where's the song that has Eminem on it?
I
What?
don't, or maybe they didn't.
No, there. I feel like there was one on this album.
Well, but what I'm saying is maybe they didn't, maybe it doesn't say featured or featuring. They might have just like kept it.
Walkthrough. Maybe I just missed it.
Yeah, it's walkthrough.
I suck at spelling.
Oh, it
So,
does say featuring, yeah.
so that's 2 million.
Because you also got to look at it too as like, okay, you could produce the album, but can we market it
Yeah, and see if look at all the views on that other stuff, and then compared it to the one that Eminem's on. So I mean, he's kind of set.
with one of the biggest artists in the world?
Yeah, I feel like uh, Boogie, Rainy Days, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But I will say, Boogie, his other videos,
This has also been out for how many more years longer, so it's also had more time to amass more views. So we can't necessarily,
but the
if we're
only thing,
comparing the two view wise, I guess,
but
or
if
are
we're
you going
comparing
based
the
off
view wise, we could still do this and say, let's
that
search the
song based
song
off of the
Silent
rest of the
Ride.
album?
We'll go off the video for Silent Ride. He's still got a decent amount of views off that, and there's no Eminem feature. And that
Well,
was
and then
off
now
the first album. And
go
on
to his
Grips, with Grips
go to his
album, it
profile,
was he had 2 million, and then it was what 80K was probably the biggest.
and then now look at the whole album like you did Grip's album.
Okay, I feel like there's numbers. So that would be where I'm like, oh
Almost half that album is at 1 million.
yeah, dude, because it's a banger album. Can't say that it's not a banger album.
And that's where I'm kind of like,
Let's see, Easy Mill.
your new album might not be up to par with these.
Oh, well,
That's
that's
not me trying to knock Boogie either. Like I fuck with Boogie, but sometimes artists are, because I'll even admit it too. Sometimes somebody will give me like a criticism or even a creative criticism, and I take it too like too personal. I'm like, no, fuck you. That shit's fire. Blah blah blah. But it's really like not like it's good, but it's not great. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
With Easy Mill, I mean, his feature got him 7. But I still think the diss that
He's
Eminem
also,
did
I
to,
will say, he's Easy Mill is going to be a little bit different because he's an international guy.
yeah. But I mean, he
He's
still
got,
does numbers for being international too.
well, that's what I'm saying is it helps being in it. He speaks multiple languages, so that's different countries in general that just like relate to and can cohesively understand what he said. So that's going to be a bigger number in general. If you can speak French, Spanish, English, and German, you're going to have 4 countries worth of fans. Whereas if you can only speak English, you may only have 1 country worth of fans. You know what I'm saying?
What the fuck was Slaughterhouse?
Like that's why Bad Bunny's so fucking popular because he speaks English and Spanish. So he's got all those Spanish speaking countries that fucking love him, and then he's also got all the English speaking countries that love him.
Then if we go to Slaughterhouse, because Slaughterhouse, but that was Joe. I'm trying to remember Slaughterhouse album's name. I think one of them was just Slaughterhouse.
That's why the Backstreet Boys also got so big back in the day too, because they were super big overseas. Not because they were big in America, they were big overseas.
But I mean, I'd bring Slaughterhouse up, but they crumbled because of members within it. So I mean, there's not too much of a curse with them, I guess. Damn,
Yeah,
some.
I mean that was definitely their own, not their own doing, but like, yeah.
But is Grip still signed to Shady? He must be, because Being on the Death of Slim Shady, I guess, or something. Well, I guess he doesn't have to be. He could. Seriously, bro's dropping a new mixtape and it ain't even under Shady, so I guess they didn't allow him to drop when he hasn't dropped any Shady related content since 2021. So no budget given to him to promote the album. The only promotion on their part is a
And
tweet.
I wish they would fucking update their website because Grip's not on the Shady Records artist site, but guess who is?
Slaughterhouse?
And Yellow.
And yeah, yeah.
Those two haven't been part of Shady for how long now?
Oh yeah.
And they didn't put Grip on here. They don't have Easy Mill on here, but they got D12 still. They got Boogie on here. They got fucking West Side Gun and
You're at what?
Conway.com.
You at shadyrecords.com or something?
Yeah, like this is who's doing this website? How do
I'm,
they not have certain members that are currently active? They have members that aren't currently like
it
it's
does
like
still have Grip right here, I guess. He did release something.
and that's his mixtape.
That's a
That's
mixtape?
one of his Five and a Fuck You or whatever. That was one of his mixtapes, I think, released 2023. Yep. So they're promoting his mixtape.
I mean, that's
He might
good.
not be with them anymore, but they definitely looks like they promoted it. I also wonder.
Says somebody says honestly it's bad, but nothing compared to how they screwed over Conway. How'd they screw over Conway? Conway stayed on because he said that he wanted to stay on. I thought last I knew, everybody else parted, but he said I'm gonna stay on.
Was that a comment you were reading about the Grip thing?
Yeah, can you see it?
Okay. Yeah, well, I see the current one you're on about the Conway thing, but I didn't see the Grip
Oh
one.
yeah, right
But
here.
according to that, oh wait, never mind. I'm a fucking idiot, anyways.
Said that's
Never
it.
mind.
No tweet, no retweet from M, no Instagram post, no freestyle, no media apparition for nothing. What's the point of being signed to the biggest rapper in the world when your situation doesn't change from when you were an independent?
I would, I mean, that's where I would kind of beg to differ. Did any of their songs reach any of those millions of views before?
I don't think so. I honestly,
Like before Boogie signed with Shady, did any of his music reach 8 million views or whatever that song was at?
what's worse about Stat is he released Stat Lana, I'm pretty sure, but with nothing from his Shady Day on it. See there, that's from when like in the re-up era when Eminem was just signing a lot of people. But
Because I guess that's where I would beg to differ is it is giving them slight exposure in the sense of like, bro, you only had 25,000 views on your songs before signing with, or you only had 100,000 views on your most popular song, and then now you signed with Shady, and now you're at like 5 million views, 1.5.
yeah,
Like don't tell me that didn't help you. I would love to go from 100,000 views on one of my songs to a fucking million.
all
Please, Shady, sign me and then never fucking release my shit.
all my
Please.
homies hate Paul Rosenberg, the small frozen turd. That's a good bar, I guess.
Also, I'm pretty sure
All the promo Shady ever gives is an M feature, which definitely helps, but is far from what the artists deserve. I mean,
the Stray Society label looks like it's maybe Grip's own label, so it seems like maybe he only signed with
for
Shady
the
to
one
help get
album
him
deal, you know,
to amass some money to
to
start
get a
his own
lift off.
label.
I mean, that's kind of what. That's why I'm like, I feel like Conway did the same because he started drum work.
Yeah, Stray Society Music takes you right to Grip's website.
Yeah,
So
and
I
same with
guarantee that
Yellow
was a
Wolf
one album
because
deal to just like get him or like Ritz, fucking I'm gonna do a couple albums, amass some money, and then I'm gonna start my own label.
Yellow Wolf did it too. Slamerican.
So some of it's also like, is it a curse or is that just what their business model was? Let me make a quick buck to start my own fucking.
Or maybe it's just the internet just talking too much shit when they don't even know what the fuck
Well,
really
that's where
got.
I'm kind of like, I mean, don't get me wrong, some of them probably got gripes. Like West Side Boogie probably does want to put something out, but that's where I'm like, but sometimes sometimes it's a good thing to have somebody in your corner to be like,
That's not
that's
the
not
move.
cooked yet.
Yeah.
Like it's still raw, dog. You're gonna get people sick serving that.
The West Side Boogie live at the Novo. So what did we debunk the Shady curse? Do you think? Is there such thing as a Shady curse, or is it just motivation?
I feel like I feel like the curse is being harsh. Calling it a curse is harsh, but there's probably some.
A stigma, the Shady stigma. There's a Shady
Yeah,
stigma.
that's more
That would be more of it.
accurate. Yeah, I'd say that's more accurate.
The Shady stigma. It's all about what you do afterwards. He can give you the layup. It's whether you get the ball back after the other team gets the ball and you get it back. I don't know fucking.
That's not me trying to say Boogie fell off or he can't get the ball. That's what I'm just thinking like maybe he just doesn't want to do a mixtape. He doesn't want so it's like that's kind of your choice to like you only want to do the albums. Well, your boss every 5 years, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
because they can only market so much a year. And you also don't want to like you want to have quality control too. You don't want to put something out every year and you're just putting out trash. Like
These comments, though, dude. I'm going to read one more and then I'm going to end it. Go look at Grip's numbers on YouTube and tell me he couldn't do more if he was allowed to drop one or two full-fledged projects with the same budget from Shady Records. Y'all lie to yourself too much.
I don't think you understand what a record label does, because thinking Shady Records does more harm than good to an
They
underground.
don't even got their goddamn
Yeah,
website correct.
well, and I kind of am with the one comment I was just kind of is also because it's like I would argue like that's where I would go back and on the data and look at their songs pre-Shady and be like, okay, it didn't help you. So going from 150,000 views to 1.5 million views didn't help you.
Yeah.
That's a curse? Okay. Like I said in a few minutes ago, I'd be happy to have that curse.
Me,
Please switch my videos to 1.5
me too.
million views.
Shady, you heard it first. Get that Best of Both Worlds album signed under Shady Records.
I'm Mr. INHUMANTV, gon' say it again. I'm Mr. INHUMANTV, gon' stay tuned in. I'm Mr. INHUMANTV, gon' say it again. I'm Mr. INHUMANTV, gon' stay tuned in.
Sound the alarm!
It's a red alert. I arrive in some boots cause I came to work.